Russian Major General Pavel Klimenko reportedly did not die in a drone strike, as previously reported, but from injuries sustained after drunkenly driving his motorcycle into a ditch. Relatives of men who served under him have assailed him as a butcher and torturer. It was reported a few days ago that Klimenko had died from wounds sustained after a Ukrainian FPV drone strike while he was riding a motorcycle near Krasnohorivka in the Donetsk region. However, the VTHK OGPU Telegram channel says this was a cover-up. According to VTHK OGPU, Klimenko was in a state of severe alcoholic intoxication before his death. His body did not have any thermal or shrapnel injuries characteristic of an explosion. The general was diagnosed with multiple fractures, pelvis, thigh, ribs, and a head injury. All injuries are characteristic of motorcycle accidents. Documents cited by the channel say that at approximately 19:30 on 6 November, Klimenko was riding with two other motorcyclists. The crash occurred at high speed on the eastern outskirts of Krasnohorivka, west of Donetsk city, in Russian-occupied territory. The two other riders, privates Yevgeny Ampologov and Yevgeny Pak, provided first aid on the spot and took him to the 14th hospital, pictured here, in Donetsk city. With his condition worsening, he was taken to the Republican Traumatology Center. At 2200 hours, he was declared dead. The general's intoxication was withheld from the military report on his death, which reported falsely that he was subjected to fire using FPV drones, and, as a result of the blast wave, Klimenko P.U. received a wound. The two men accompanying Klimenko were both convict soldiers, according to VCHK OGPU. Leaked records indicate that both had multiple convictions for theft, fraud, robbery, and other crimes. One of them committed a carjacking at gunpoint while still a school pupil. Klimenko had previously been awarded a Hero of the DPR medal and is now being lined up for a posthumous Hero of Russia medal. He is due to be buried in Crimea with full military honors. Alcohol abuse has been a persistent problem among Russian commanders for some time, likely contributing to huge battlefield casualties. In one incident, 300 Russians were reportedly killed in an unsupported assault ordered by a drunken commander. Klimenko's death has been welcomed by relatives of the men under his command, among whom he had an evil reputation. When his death was announced on the Russian social media site VK, the post was rapidly filled with since-deleted condemnations by bereaved relatives. Anastasia Frolova writes, "You will burn in hell, creature." Anastasia Livanova replies, "This is for you, creature, for all the men whose lives you played with like cards. God heard our tears and prayers." Ruslan Arbuzov comments, "In Donetsk, everyone knows the 5th Brigade as a death brigade. These ghouls killed as many people as the Ukrops killed my tanker comrade who served in the 5th. These bitches sent him to the assault, and naturally he died for nothing. God sees everything. I hope the entire leadership of the 5th will follow this ghoul." Victoria Ivanova says, "This scum sent my son with a fatal diagnosis into the assault, as soon as he found out that my child had submitted documents to the Military Medical Commission. They were kept in the basement like cattle. They took away their phones and took them to the toilet at gunpoint. My son went into the assault without even unloading his vest, not to mention body armor, although he was fully equipped, as he had been fighting since 14. But you bitches, you even did not allow us to take his personal belongings. My son is missing. His documents and belongings disappeared without a trace. That's the price of your hero. And those like my child, tens of thousands. We were thinking about the soul we needed, and not about the money. Burn in hell, creature." Katya Olegovna says that he threw everyone to be slaughtered. More than 10,000 people disappeared because of such commanders and officers. That's what he needs. Let his family feel what we feel. Alsu Bikbulatova replies, "He will get everything for our tears. This is for the beating, extortion, money from military personnel, and those who write hero or his relatives, or those who don't know how much he did, burn in your hell." One of those who commented, Maria, has described in more detail what happened to her husband Ivan under Klimenko. "He was sent to the meat assault almost immediately without preparation," she says. "No one returned from the group of 25 people. Everyone was listed as missing in action. He survived, but suffered a concussion and was unable to return on his own. He spent a week in the gray zone, no man's land. then ran into soldiers from another unit. They gave him a phone to call and tell him he was alive. Ivan was sent into a fresh assault within 24 hours but did not return and has been listed as missing in action for over a month. There is no evacuation from that area. The political officers say so. We will not risk the group for the sake of the dead, but he survived last time. Zrenia, Maria says. Ivan told her that the brigade treated its men brutally, sending the wounded into assaults and imprisoning those who refused with minimal food and water. They were only allowed to go to the toilet at gunpoint. In addition to his mistreatment of his own men, Klimenko also established torture sites in the Donetsk region. One was at an abandoned mine in the west of the city, where Donbass cowboy Russell Bentley was tortured to death in April 2024. Russian propagandists mock the future U.S. First Lady. Skabayeva smirks. Disgusting creatures. Such cheap methods usually signify a lack of optimism in other areas. Or do they think it will help them during negotiations? I highly doubt it.
Мелания Трамп, муж, наконец, победил, готовится во второй раз стать хозяйкой Белого дома. После безумной кампании 2024 года, когда на ее мужа совершили сразу два покушения, пребывание в Вашингтоне покажется ей еще более напряженным, чем первый президентский срок Трампа. СМИ предсказывают, что она будет появляться там лишь тогда, когда сама этого захочет. А если не захочет, просто исчезнет. Своевольно и таинственно она неизменно поддерживает Дональда, но держится в стороне от политики. А вот так Мелания выглядела в 2000 году. Смотрите, обложка глянцевого журнала GQ. Будущая первая леди в неглиже лежит на шкуре. В самом журнале сексуальные фото Мелании у частного самолета и на его борту. На одном из снимков модель в бордовом белье лежит на синем ковре с изображением большой печати США, государственной эмблемы Америки. Как будто в редакции мужского журнала что-то знали заранее о будущем своей модели.
Что на самом деле значит мое тело и мой выбор?
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.